everyone. Alright, kale chips. I'm going to do a recipe for kale chips, but before I start, I just want to let you know that literally 10 seconds ago, we just had an earthquake. My windows were rattling, and I was like, earthquake! Alright, so today we're going to make kale chips. I have myself on timer, that way I won't go over like last time. And what you're going to need for kale chips is kale, alright? Be sure to clean it. I'm trying to go fast because I don't want an earthquake to hit while I'm videotaping. While cleaning kale, be sure that you really get into all the nooks and crannies, because kale is like children. You never know where you're going to find dirt. Alright, so wash, shake, dry. This is my third time making kale chips, and I love this stuff. Love it. Alright. So, shake it dry. Shake, shake, shake it. Today, the weather in California has been insane. Last night, I got woken up by frogs. Frogs. Oh my goodness. Okay, so, I love this stuff, you guys. No, somebody just text messaged me. Okay. Alright, so, kale. The recipe for this is pretty simple. I only have 4 ingredients, but you really only need like 2, olive oil and salt. But these are great. Consider it like a blank canvas. You can basically flavor these any way you want. I was thinking today while at the gym that vinegar and salt kale chips might be good. I'm kind of on the fence about vinegar. I'm not really sure what to think about it. Alright, so what you want to do is take your kale, cut around the veins, like so. Alright, so see, I'm detaching the vein. You guys, I really wish I had a compost pile. That way I didn't feel so bad every time I threw a banana peel or a, kiwi skin. Ooh, that's a way to do it. Woohoo! Nice and easy. Alright. So, I have some exciting news. A couple days ago, my boyfriend text messaged me and said, "How do you feel about Mexico?" And I was like, "I don't know, I've never been there." And he's like, "Well, pack your bags, we're going." So in 2 days, I leave for Acapulco, Mexico. I'm so excited because this California weather has been storming like crazy and freaking wet, and the frogs are happy, Fresno's flooding, and I just want some warmth in my diet, if you know what I mean. So, I'm really excited. I plan on eating absolutely nothing but fruit, stuffing myself silly with it, and like having a coconut in my hand at all times, right? I know. Most people are like, I'm going to Acapulco, I'm going to have a beer in my hand at all times. No, I want a coconut. So, alright, so you've deveined. You want stuff about this size, alright? So I'm just going to, you don't really need a knife, just tear it. Let's see. This is really cheap and inexpensive to do. I was talking to a friend the other day, and she expressed a lot of the concerns that a lot of people do have about raw foods. That it's expensive, that they feel like they need to have, specific ingredients to go raw, such as coconut oil, agave nectar, nuts, and seeds. And I can understand that concern. When I first went raw, that's what I thought. I thought that my raw kitchen wouldn't be complete unless I had a blender, which I do have, but most of us do. A dehydrator, and agave nectar, food processor, a Vitamix, and I don't own a food processor, and I don't own a Vitamix. I do own a dehydrator. So, but good news, I forgot to mention this. If you don't have a dehydrator, because you kind of, kale chips, if you do not have a dehydrator, you don't need one. So, what you can do is you can use your oven. Now, what you're going to want to do is find out what temperature your oven gets to when it's on its very lowest setting, like warm, or sometimes it'll just say low. All right, find out what that is. Find a way to measure that. And then put your oven on that. Put these babies in a tray, and leave the door to the oven slightly open, and then stick them in there and just rotate every couple of hours. It may take longer than a dehydrator, but it'll work. I've done it. All right. So what you're going to do is, no set amount. Put your olive oil in here. Sprinkle some salt into the mixture. My pink Himalayan salt. Alright, some pepper. Watching my timer here. Pepper. And take all this delicious madness, dump it in. Okay. So it's in here. And just mix with your hands. Give it a good toss till everything is coated. You may need to, add some more olive oil or some salt. I have some garlic powder here that I was going to add. But then I just remembered how often I eat these things. And I really don't want to have garlic breath all day long. I showed you guys a kale chip from my last video, because those are long gone now, so I don't have anything to crunch on and be like, kale chips, because I did that already. Something else I'm going to need to show you a recipe for is eggplant strips. Holy crap. Or, oh my gosh, I don't know what to say. Okay, it's good. Alright, it's good. Alright, so, dehydrated tray. Place them on here. Just make sure they're not touching. Alright. Now, when doing these, it's important, I discovered this. It's important, if you're doing olive oil, you can use coconut oil if you don't have any olive oil. When doing these, it's important to make sure that your kale chips are fully coated. B-cuts. If not, if they're unevenly coated or whatnot, it doesn't matter how big, see how this is kind of big, these are going to shrink. It's important to make sure that they're fully coated, because if not, they're going to be, when you put them in a container to save them, if you get that far, I usually don't, they'll re-humidify the other pieces. So, I use a Nesco dehydrator. So what I do is I set this at 105. My dehydrator never goes above 105, because I know at that level my enzymes are safe. Alright, so that will take about 2 to 4 hours in the dehydrator. And what I like to do is tear off little strips and put them at the top, because I'm always checking on them, and those do, those are ready in an hour or something. So I can have those instant gratification. So they're great, they're cheap. You can buy a head of kale for about 88 cents, and that's it for the kale chips. They're really good. I guarantee you guys will become super addicted, and they're great for you. It's kale, it's dark leafy greens. They're packed full of vitamins and nutrients, and I hope you enjoy. Thanks, you guys. I'll be sure to update with another video soon. Bye.